She comes across like diamonds, diamonds, easy in love when the lights are low. She comes into focus, focus, the closer she gets, the more I know. She takes more whiskey than my wine,
Okay, this is going to be my last whiskey of the evening, or at least the last whiskey that will have a recording attached to it. I may have another dram or two after this, but this is the last one that I'm recording. It is the Canadian Rockies 17. Now, you may recall, or may not, that I did a Canadian Rockies 21 sometime back, a couple of years ago maybe even longer ago than that. But I like this stuff a lot, so that when I saw this 17-year-old on the shelf, I had to try it. So I bought it on the May 22nd of 2020. So May 22nd. It is now the 17th of October. So May, June, July, August, September. 5 months ago. Or almost 5 months ago. By the time you see this, it will be definitely 5 months ago. Because I always pre-record. And this is coming off nice and easy. Oh, beauty. Whole thing comes off. And the top comes off too. Lovely. Let's give it a pop. Oh, it's tight. Beauty. The tall bottle has a nice substantial feel to it. It is bottled at 50% alcohol by volume, which is just right. 750 mils, oak cask aged, distilled, matured and bottled in Canada. Distilled, matured and bottled in Canada. This is from Highwood, I'm pretty sure. At least the other ones were. Extended maturation in oak casks has made Canadian Rockies 17-year-old bold and smooth with floral notes, complements ripe fruit. FontanaBeverage.com. Distributed by Fontana Beverages Corporation, product of Canada. It doesn't even say that it's from Highwood. That's funny. Fontana Beverage Corporation, Richmond, BC. And I'm pretty sure this would be Highwood, but it doesn't say. So it's a non-distillery statement, even though other iterations of Canadian Rockies were from Highwood distilleries. Funny. Oh, what am I getting right away? Toffee, corn sweetness, vanilla, corn husks, a little bit of chocolate, corn husks. Big corn presence here. This is almost like Highwood 90. Which was 100% corn. But this may have a little bit of wheat in it. And probably aged in very similar casks that the Highwood 90 is aged in. But this has 5% more alcohol by volume. I'm starting to get some of that weedy note. That wheat. It smells like whole wheat bread. So we started out tonight with the Centennial from Highwood. And now we're finishing off with a 17-year-old Canadian Rockies from Highwood. And this definitely has some of the same notes. Some of the same whole wheat bread, corn husks. But you can tell it's older. Well, number one, it has an age statement compared to the other one. And I don't think there's any rye involved once again. It just says premium handcrafted Canadian whiskey. It has no other information on it really to speak of. Product of Canada. Try and read this again. Oak casks. Canadian Rockies 17-year-old, smooth with floral notes. You know, I'm not getting so much of the floral. Why? I don't know. Okay, maybe a little bit. A little bit of floral notes. Nectar. It's also a little hot on the nose. I'm getting a little bit of a alcohol note on the nose, along with my whole wheat bread and my corn husks. Let's give this a taste. Corn husks again. Whole wheat bread. Some vanilla. Something a little bit floral, yes. Floral. It's like, it reminds me of, what I'm tasting reminds me of what I smell when I smell flowers. Which flowers are they? I don't know. I'm getting vanilla now on the aftertaste. Vanilla on the finish. I'm going to go for this again. Now, what casks did they use for this? Did they use some tired old? It's not really dark. So they may have used some tired old ex-bourbon second or third fill casks for this. because you would think with 17 years it would have some more darkness to it if the casks were fresher. But you know me, or maybe you don't, but the way I am is I gotta try everything at least once. So when I saw this on the shelf, it was a go for it. Now, more corn husks. Something a bit floral, maybe, but mostly corn husks. And along with that whole wheat bread note, it's kind of hard to separate those two. The corn husks and the whole wheat bread. Yeah, this may be my last one of the night. I'm getting kind of tired and yawny. It's not unpleasant, but it's kind of doesn't have a lot going on. You've got the corn husks, you got the sweetness, you got that whole wheat note, but beyond that, there's not a lot going on. It's a simple, straightforward whiskey. It's strong, and it's not unpleasant, but it's not very complex. I, going by memory, preferred very much the Canadian Rockies 21. It had a lot more going for it, and I think it had some rye in it. This doesn't appear to have any rye in it at all. It's that Highwood wheat blended with some corn that was sourced from somewhere else. What did it cost? While we're on that topic. Canadian Rockies, 17 years. Okay. 8.499 divided by 2 plus 8.499. So we got our taxes of $12.75 plus 10-cent bottle deposit plus the cost of 86.99 is equal to $99.84 out the door. So just under 100. I think that's a little steep for what I'm getting here. Granted, it is 17 years old, but I can get older Canadian whiskies for less. Namely, 21-year-old Canadian Club comes to mind. 21-year-old 20-year-old Alberta Premium. It's not bad. It's a bit young, maybe. Oh, well, 17 years. 17 years old. It just lacks complexity. Not that it tastes bad or anything. It tastes good. but it's just got straightforward flavors of corn husks and whole wheat bread. Would I recommend it? Depends. Do you want to spend $100 for a pleasant but kind of plain flavor profile? I mean, I like it, but I would like it more if it cost less. I just had to try it because it was another data point. Am I disappointed? Not really. But if this was around, $60 or $70 rather than $100, I would be a little more pleased with it. But you get what you pay for, and complexity costs. Judging by the earlier whiskeys that I had tonight, the Balblair and the old Pulteney 18. I get a similar experience for 1/3 the money out of Highwood 90. All this is Highwood 90 with some wheat added to it. And it's aged another 12 years in casks that are not very active. Would I buy this again? I don't think so. But it is a pleasant experience. However, I can get the same pleasant experience for a lot less money. Cheers.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Yeah.